Okay, Aquarius, thank you for joining us here at Red Root Yoga and Mysticism. This is going to be your reading for the first part of June 2026. But these readings are intuitive and timeless, so whenever it finds you is when it's meant to find you. Okay, Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Okay, so listen. This is like the third time I've pulled this card. I promise I'm shuffling. You can't see me on camera, but I'm back here shuffling. You pulled the fire card. I make room in my life for my passion. Something's going on with the collective because this is now the third time I've pulled this card. Okay. Aquarius. What else do we have for Aquarius from your guides, from spirit, from your angels and archangels? What message do we have for Aquarius? One more shuffle. Okay. Aquarius, you pulled Pisces. I am guided by my intuition. So, Aquarius, this is energy that we're seeing across the board. So if this reading finds you in early June 2026, we are gearing up for a really beautiful astrological transit next week on June 9th. When Venus and Jupiter come together, they become conjunct in Cancer. So this is like beautiful, auspicious, lucky, fortunate, really supportive, expansive, like all of the good things. Venus and Jupiter together in Cancer is lovely. That's the best word for it. So I think across the board, all of the signs are really already beginning to receive the energetic benefits associated with this upcoming transit, including you. Oh my gosh, including you. So Aquarius, this fire energy, I make room in my life for my passions. Aquarius, you are in a point in your life right now where you are really doubling down on the things that you just love, that ignite excitement in your life, that bring you satisfaction, that are just fun. You know, you might be someone who really loves playing chess, or maybe you really love tennis, or maybe you really love spending time at your local animal shelter, or you really love going to baseball games. Whatever that is, you are making room in your life for more than work, for more than family obligations. You're saying, listen, there's so much that I do, and I do it all very well, but I need to now program into my life in the same way that I, program and populate my schedule for other things. I'm going to program passion into my life. So I'm going to be really pretty particular and take time to identify what those things are that I care about. What are those things that I find pleasure in? And I'm going to begin to populate my time with those activities and interests. You're quite actually making room. You're moving things to the side that maybe aren't priorities. You are deciding what are things that you've just kind of carried over into your day-to-day life that you've been doing for a really long time that you don't necessarily need to do anymore. This is the energy of you've been paying for a subscription for a service. Maybe it's like $2.99 a month for the last 5 years, and you forgot that you even have this subscription. You don't even really use the service anymore, but you've been paying on it. And so this is that energy of being like, why am I still paying for this every month? It's not the kind of thing that dominates my life and my attention and my energy, but it's something that I don't need to just continue to do on autopilot. So let me get rid of those things. Let me make room in my life, in my checking account, and and really dedicate that now new time and additional resource and energy to things that fit my life right now, that bring me enjoyment right now. I'm going to prioritize myself in that way, and I'm going to do it with all the sort of excitement and enthusiasm and even ambition that I would for anything else in life, because this is important. This is important. Okay, so your other card here that you pulled, Aquarius, is the Pisces card. I am guided by my intuition. Yeah, I think this card also is saying, you know, this is, so I don't know if you can see the depiction. It's an owl, and it's like hovering over a lake in the evening. And so you can see the sort of outline of the owl's shape and the reflection of the water. But you know, an owl moves like really stealth and quiet in the night. They're nocturnal. And they're incredibly wise, right? That's sort of the myth about owls. They're a source of knowledge, and they're just a very different type of creature, because they move through the world a bit differently, but they're smart for doing so. So Aquarius, this is also that energy of being guided by your emotions, your emotional self, your intuition, your intuitive self. You are paying attention to the things that are maybe less obvious, right? The things that maybe aren't the first thing you think of as like the thing that you move out of your life to make room for new things. Maybe these are more subtle elements of your life that get overlooked. Again, Pisces energy as a water sign really is, I mean, all water signs are highly emotional and in really beautiful and exacting ways. Pisces is, there's a delicate quality about Pisces when I think of Pisces. Sensitive, but also creative, artistic. Pisces also, for me, feels maybe more social in certain ways than the other water signs. You know, this card, as I'm looking at the owl and this still water that it's above, this lake, there's a kind of interaction that's happening. There's a kind of interaction that's happening here that is like, I mean, the word I keep using is subtle, or like not that obvious. You have the owl that's flying over this body of water at night, really quiet and being stealth about it, but it has a relationship to that water. It can see itself in that water, and that water holds intelligence. That water holds truth. So Aquarius, as you're navigating this time, sort of discerning and building and creating this new way of doing life, your guides are also saying that you're really paying attention to nuance. You're looking at yourself through this process. This is iterative. You're checking in with yourself back and forth from time to time. And you are looking beyond the surface, understanding that there is opportunity here to connect with your innermost self, checking in with those things that are important to you in the deepest of ways, and bringing those to the surface so that you can experience them and hold them in your active attention. Let's go ahead and clarify this, Aquarius. Please clarify this for Aquarius. Let's go ahead. Let's get 3 shuffles. There's 1. 2. Whoa. And 3. These cards are kind of like, oh, we have a jumper. We have a jumper. Okay, so Aquarius, you pulled patience inner peace, self-control. Yeah, so Aquarius, in this time where you're building this new schedule or new way of being and doing, and like really reorienting your approach to your day-to-day life, your guides are also telling you to be patient with yourself. There's not a rush, right? This is something that you're building in a steady way so that you're really forming that foundation that's going to serve you long term. So this isn't something that has to be done overnight. So give yourself the grace and the time to continue having these moments where, like in this card, you're sort of checking in with yourself and your intuition, but also like allowing for your higher self on its own timeline to continue to reveal to you those things that are important, those things that mean something to you, those things that bring you the best of goods and the most rewarding of gifts. This isn't something that you're creating overnight. So have a certain peace about that, and know, interestingly, the self-control element, I think the self-control is less about like self-control in like a discipline way. I feel like it's more about being in connection with yourself, and understanding how it's not how you control yourself, understanding how you hold yourself in your day-to-day physical human experience, but also how you hold yourself from the perspective of your higher self, right? How can you be patient and allow for this continued process of things being revealed to you, things that maybe you hadn't thought about or felt in a long time coming to the surface for you to witness and experience, and continue to add on to your life and the things that you're planning for, and the beautiful design for your life that you are creating at this point in time. Okay, Aquarius, thank you.